Hi, viewers. Hi, everyone. I am live streaming and going to discuss with you my unfinished lesson how to transform from one grammatical item to another. And this is called transformation of sentences. And I have made a lesson plan to share with you how to transform a simple sentence with infinitive into a complex sentence with so that. Clear? Therefore, I fervently hope that all of you will join my class and attend my class so that you may be enriched what I am going to share with you. Okay? Sorry for my technical fault, and I am sure that all of you will join. All of you will enjoy the class, and all of you will give a like, also comment and share. Hi, my viewers. I am just discussing with you or sharing with you the most important topic, that is transformation. And what is transformation? Transformation is actually changing from one grammatical item to another. Clear? And I am just wait a bit. Here is a problem that has cropped up, and okay. Hello. My first objective is to show how to. I have already made a lesson plan, and my first objective is how to change from to ... to. Clear? For example, he is too grateful to me to protest. He is too grateful to me to protest. That means he is so grateful. He is so grateful to me that he cannot protest. And when you use so and that, you are actually transforming it into a complex sentence. Into a complex sentence. Clear? Another example, human beings are too cruel. Hello, my viewers. I expect that all of you will like, will comment, and will subscribe my channel, An Easy Step to English Grammar, because I am giving a hard labor to enrich your knowledge about English grammar. And if you are benefited, I shall be highly encouraged and enthused to appear before you with tidbits of grammar so that you may appear or you may crack the final examination, the competitive examination, the the competitive examination in UPSC level, in SSC level, in PSC level, and in many other competitive exams you are going to crack if you are enriched with grammar. Human beings are too cruel to be rectified. Two and two. Human beings are too cruel to be rectified. It is infinitive in the negative sense. Then how will you change it into a complex sentence? Human beings are so cruel that they cannot be rectified. Human beings are so cruel that they cannot be rectified. So that cannot be, because here there is two verb, two infinitive. Remember that when you are transforming a simple sentence into a complex sentence, you are actually making it a complex sentence an adverb clause of result. An adverb clause of result. Another example, the fact is too clear to, T-O-O-2. The fact is too clear to be, to require proof. The fact is too clear to require proof. And in that case, you will have to write, the fact is so clear that it does not require proof. So clear, it is principal clause. So clear, it is principal clause, and that it does not require proof. It is adverb clause of result. And modifying the adjective clear, or in the difference of opinion, modifying the adverb so. So clear. Clear? Another example. The fact is too clear. The fact is too clear to require proof. That means the fact is so clear that it does not require proof. Your knowledge on this subject is too poor to be enriched at present. For example, your knowledge on this subject is too poor to be enriched at present. And in that case, you will have to write, your knowledge on this subject is so poor that it cannot be enriched at present. So and that. So and that makes adverb clause of result, and to, T-O-O-2, ... actually it is infinitive in the negative sense. I have made a lesson plan for you, my dear friends. My friends who have joined my class, who have attended my class, please like, comment and share. And I will be encouraged and enthused, rather inspired, to give you more grammatical items so that you may crack any kind of exam. Now I am coming to participle phrase. For example, I am giving two examples. How can you transform a relative clause into a participial phrase? How can you transform a relative clause into a participial phrase? That means you are transforming an adjective clause or relative clause into a simple sentence. That is, you are transforming a complex sentence into a simple sentence. For example, I saw, just follow me without skipping a single word, without skipping a single sentence. Good night, uncle, bye. Okay, you may leave. I have no objection. Therefore, I think that you have no interest in learning English grammar. So if you are an unwilling horse, how can I bring you to the riverside to make you drink water? Either you know English grammar very well, or you are unable to understand anything what I am saying or what I am trying to make you understand. Whatever may be the fact, my duty is my duty and your duty is your duty. I saw the farmers who were working in the field. So I saw the farmers is a principal clause. I saw the farmers, principal clause, who were working in the field, subordinate adjective clause or relative clause, and qualifying the noun farmers. And farmers is an antecedent. Farmers is an antecedent. What is an antecedent? Antecedent is either a noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase that precedes the relative pronoun. Bad boy, Mr. Bad Boy Whitey, what you are? Oh, I am giving you my identity, though it is against the YouTube rule. Actually, I worked as an assistant teacher in English in a high school, government high school in the district of Nadia, and I served the institution for more than 37 years. I am a retired teacher from that school, and now I have taken up this profession or occupation or my task to distribute my knowledge, my classroom knowledge among you. I know that many of the students have no private tutors, and if I impart my lessons to you fluently, correctly and meticulously, I know that many of the boys will be highly benefited, and that is why I have taken up the task. But I also expect from you that all of you, those who have joined my class, those who have attended my class, must not deprive me of my demand. You must at least you must comment, and you must subscribe my channel and Easy Step to English Grammar. That's my demand, nothing else. Okay. Another example, when you are turning a relative clause into a participle phrase, what is the rule? You just omit the relative pronoun just omit the relative pronoun and the related auxiliary verb. In the sentence, who is relative pronoun and where also auxiliary verb. I saw the farmers who were working in the field, and in the simple sentence you will write, I saw the farmers working in the field. And when you omit who are, you are turning the sentence into a simple sentence. Remember it. Another example. I noticed an object which was floating. I noticed an object which was floating in the pond. Please don't stop teaching grammar. Put it daily, each topic we can use afterwards. Please teach all kinds of adverbs. I am very bad in it. Okay. I will listen to you. I commit. I promise that I will give you the knowledge all about adverbs. Okay? Now, I noticed an object which was floating in the pond. Now, you will have to omit which was. I noticed an object floating in the pond, and you have transformed it into a simple sentence. If you omit which was, that means you are omitting the relative pronoun and the related auxiliary verb. Therefore, very easy matter. You will write, I noticed an object floating in the pond, and you will omit which was. Okay? Now my second example. The dogs were barking at midnight. I heard. I woke up. I have given you 3 sentences. The dogs were barking at midnight. I heard. I woke up. Then how will you combine into a simple sentence? It's very important. For example, on hearing the dogs, on is preposition and hearing is gerund. On hearing the barking of the dogs, it is called verbal noun. At midnight, or on hearing the barking of the dogs at midnight, I woke up. So it is a simple sentence. On hearing, on plus hearing is preposition plus gerund. The barking of the dog, the is article, barking is verbal noun of. When you use verbal noun preceded by the and followed by of. So you must know the rules of grammar, and without knowing the rules of grammar you cannot write a sentence correctly. Then what is the sentence? On hearing the barking of the dogs at midnight, I woke up. Clear? I woke up. Only verb is woke up. Next sentence. The pebbles on the seaside are rolling back and forth. Back and forth. The pebbles on the seaside are rolling back and forth. They have gathered no moss. They have gathered no moss. The pebbles on the seaside, again I am repeating. The pebbles on the seaside are rolling back and forth. They have not gathered any moss. Clear? The pebbles, then I am turning or I am combining the sentences into a simple sentence. Clear? The pebbles on the seashore rolling back and forth. Rolling. That means which were rolling? Which were have been omitted? Which were have been omitted? The pebbles on the seaside rolling back and forth have not gathered any moss. Have not gathered any moss. Again I am repeating. The pebbles on the seashore rolling back and forth have not gathered any moss. There is a proverb, a rolling stone gathers no moss. Clear? Another example, the old man who is taking a cup of tea is shivering in cold. The old man who is taking a cup of tea is shivering in cold. Just omit who is. It is complex sentence. Just omit who is. The old man taking a cup of tea is shivering in cold. Why don't you like my channel and easy step to English grammar? And I shall be very much glad or happy if you like, if you comment, if you share, or if you subscribe my channel and easy step to English grammar. Clear? However, the old man taking a cup of tea is shivering in cold. You have omitted who is, and it is now a simple sentence. And what am I teaching? I am teaching you how to transform a complex sentence into a simple sentence by using participial phrase. By using participial phrase. And how is it possible? When you omit the relative pronoun and the related auxiliary verb. Another example I am giving. For example, the children were returning from school. They were in high spirits. The children were returning from schools. They were in high spirits. The children who were, just omit who were. The children returning from school were in high spirits. Clear? Are you okay? Am I clear? I think that it is as easy as water, nothing else. Another example, the lion which was roaring in the forest, the lion which was roaring in the forest had been trapped by the poacher. Had been trapped by the poacher. The lion roaring in the forest, just omit which was. The lion roaring in the forest was trapped by or had been trapped by a poacher. Clear? Now it is in the simple form. And which was roaring, you have omitted which was. Can't you think or can't you understand that the relative pronoun and the auxiliary verb must be omitted to make it a simple sentence? Clear? Another example, the birds which were twittering. The birds which were twittering in our garden drew my attention to the cherry tree which was planted by my grandfather. It is a very beautiful sentence. The birds which were twittering in our garden, twittering means chirping. The bird which was twittering in our garden drew my attention to the cherry tree which was planted by my grandfather. Now turn into a simple sentence. The birds twittering in our garden, you have omitted just which were. Very easy. You have omitted which was. The birds twittering in our garden drew my attention to the cherry tree planted by my grandfather. Then what have you omitted? You have omitted which were, which is relative pronoun, and where is auxiliary verb, and in the second clause, which was. So it is now in the simple form, not in the complex form. Clear? Now the children, you see that the villagers who were flood affected, the villagers who were flood affected have taken shelter in the school buildings. Clear? It is a complex sentence because you can analyze it. The villagers have taken shelter in the school buildings. It is principal clause. Who were flood affected? Who were flood affected? It is subordinate adjective clause or relative clause and qualifying the noun villagers. So villagers is antecedent. Villagers is antecedent. And I have reminded you that an antecedent is either a noun or a noun phrase or a pronoun that precedes the relative pronoun. That precedes the relative pronoun. Clear? Now let us turn it into a simple sentence by using participle phrase. The villagers flood affected, or the flood affected villagers have taken shelter in the school buildings. You may write in two ways. The villagers flood affected, that means who were flood affected, who have been omitted. The villagers flood affected, clear, took shelter in the school buildings. Clear? So it is the simple form or the simple sentence. Or the flood affected villagers took shelter in the school buildings. Only finite verb is took or took shelter. Okay, I have completely discussed how to remove to to by so that, and how to remove who or which or that, including auxiliary verb. That is, you are using participle phrase instead of relative clause. Okay, good night. I have taken your class for half an hour. I am tired and it's my time to go to bed and sleep. Okay? And next day I will appear before you with another item. Thanking all of you. Good night. Stay safe. Stay mellow.